Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your fourth and final video on scale factors. Now the scale factor is the rate of change from one similar shape to another one. Okay, so in the previous video we looked at going from a smaller shape to a bigger shape. Now we're going to look at the opposite, going from a bigger shape to a smaller shape. So let's say that I give you a rectangle and I tell you the length of one side of this rectangle is 5. Now I'm going to give you a smaller rectangle and I'm going to tell you its length, the length of one side is 1. The length of that corresponding side is 1. My question to you is, what is the scale factor? Now, your first instinct here is to say, Mr. Pearson, I know this. 1 times 5 is 5, so my scale factor is 5, right? Wrong. Please remember, you read from left to right. Your initial shape is the one on the left. Your initial shape has a side length of 5. Now 5 times your scale factor that you don't know equals 1. You can't tell me that the scale factor is 5. 5 times 5 is not 1. Something's going on here. There's a trick. Do you remember that when you're going from a bigger shape to a smaller shape, your scale factor has to be a fraction? So it's not 5, it's 1 over 5. And if you want to check that, you can. 5 times 1 over 5, we're going to put the invisible denominator of 1. 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Boom, it checks out. Let's do another example, okay? Let's say in this case, I don't even know. Whoop, sorry, ink to shape. Good. Let's say for this one, I am giving you a triangle and then a smaller triangle. Okay, so for this, let's say that I tell you that the right-hand side of the triangle has a length of 12, yeah? And the smaller triangle, the same corresponding side length would be 2. Now I'm going to ask you, what's my scale factor? Now, you know that you decreased, and you know that 12 divided by 6 is what gives you 2. So you know there's going to be a 6 in there, but let's double check just to be sure. We do 12 times our scale factor equals 2. Now 12 times 6 is not 2. Oh, that's right. I'm going from big to small. It has to be a fraction. So it's not 6, it's actually 1 over 6. Okay? And if you check that out, 12 times 1 is 12, 1 times 6 is 6, 12 divided by 6 is 2. It works any way you look at it, but don't complicate it too much. Just remember, you can tell the relationship between corresponding sides in your head. Just remember, if you're going from a big shape to a small shape, that your scale factor has to be a fraction instead of just a simple number. That's all there is to it. There's no magic. Your worksheet on this will be super simple.